Here we go again. This is the weakening of a nation 2 in the series. Yesterday we heard from Peter Costello basically resigning from the Liberal Party, even though he said he's going to stay on as potentially a backbencher because he won't lead an opposition party, possibly realising that his only real opportunity was for the Howard government to win and him to be handed over the government if they had have won, and possibly try to win the next election. However, obviously realising that the Howard government's been rolled emphatically, didn't want to lead an opposition party for a minimum of 3 years, possibly 6, given that Rudd's won by so much, and even at that end of that period there was no guarantee that he'd actually be able to lead the party to the next election, given the fact that Malcolm Turnbull has already had that leadership aspirations in the back of his mind playing, and a few others are wanting the leadership as well. So again, the nation becomes a little bit weaker. We've lost probably the best Prime Minister we've ever had. Now we've lost the best Treasurer we've ever had. And how do I base that statement? Based on the fact of the 11.5 years of prosperity that we've enjoyed, the fact that we've got unemployment at 33-year lows, industrial disputes at a level we've never seen since 1913, an economy running, by the look of it, at over 5%, which is incredible. Inflation moderately under control given the circumstances of high oil prices and the drought. And that's how I base my statement on the best Treasurer we've ever had. It's very hard to argue that he wasn't. We've never had what we had in the Hawke era, which was, again, prosperity, but then the recession that we, in Paul Keating's term, we had to have. We haven't had a recession. We don't even look like we're anywhere near a recession, at least not for 2008. So in essence, we would have had possibly 12.5 years of economic prosperity based purely on the Howard Costello team. And the main architect of that, obviously, was Peter Costello. So we wait now as the nation becomes just a little bit weaker. Let's hope that somebody like Malcolm Turnbull and possibly Julie Bishop will then take up the reins and lead the Liberal Party in opposition. And like all oppositions, I think the Labor Party was a very good opposition. They pushed the government on several issues, and hopefully the Liberal opposition will do the same thing to the government. They'll make Rudd and his team accountable. They won't spoil. Obviously they can't spoil because they don't have the numbers. But let's hope they just keep them accountable and keep pushing them to fulfil the promises that they've actually made.